Welcome back, friends. Today we will discuss some of the questions of 2024 mains from the GS3 paper, and these questions include, say, science and tech, environment and internal security. So अभी कि GS3 का evaluation scheme, if you see from last 2 to 3 years, कि highest we can say 95 99 कि उसी के आसपास आ रहा है. So that means like paper would be easy, लेकिन the scheme of evaluation has become a bit tough. कि say highest for a 10 marker question कि can be some 4.5 कि and for 15 mark question it would be some 6.5, not more than that. Okay, so now in such situation the students have to go for a good amount of value addition facts, because the easy questions they come with the demand of more facts. If the question is inherently difficult, it is linking 2 to 3 different domains, then actually the analysis whatever you give would suffice for the answer. But if the question is very direct, what are the causes of landslides, how to mitigate, a very direct question, you will have to put good amount of examples, good amount of maps and good amount of statistics. All those things are needed, and we have seen marks as low as 65 55 in this paper. That is why we have to be careful. We shall not neglect just because the questions are easy कि हाँ easy है लिख ही लेंगे, तो अब उसके चक्कर में तो क्या होता है कि we just write an average answer and end up getting very less marks. Yes, give good amount of value addition. We'll see how some of the points can be added here, some statistics can also be added. We begin with the first one, that is the 5th question of the paper. What is the present world scenario of intellectual property rights with respect to life materials? So first demand of question, with respect to life materials, what is the scenario of intellectual property rights? Although India is second in world to file patents, still only a few have been commercialized. Explain the reasons behind this less commercialization. Now this less commercialization is the second demand of the question. क्यों commercialization कम हुआ है? So now to understand the question, what are life materials? Friends, something which related to biology is life material. Say it can be genes, it can be viruses, it can be bacteria, it can be plants, it can be animals, whatever. Yes. Now introduction we can introduce with a BRCA gene patents case, Muride's case, in which the question was whether we should patent a gene, yes, which was related to breast cancer, and in 2013 Supreme Court of US had said a no to this gene patenting. So it said that genes are the part of nature and it cannot be patented, and now the activists have been revisiting this again and again. So in that case, whether we should patent a life material, whether we should patent a biological organ, biological say part of an organ, that is the question. Now so in the context of BRCA genes patenting, so the debate on the intellectual property of life materials comes into picture. That would be our introduction. Now present world scenario of IPR of life materials. Now what are the world scenarios? Friends, when I take the heading from the demand of the question, present world scenario, now examiner understands that yes, this fellow has understood the question. इधर हम issues, challenges ऐसे फालतू heading नहीं देना है, take it from the very demand of question. Now what are the world scenario? So now first scenario is like how to balance ethics and the intellectual property rights. Say for example, should we patent a designer baby, or what are the ethical challenges of patenting a designer baby? What are the ethical issues involved if we patent a virus? Yes. What are the ethical issues involved if you patent a plant? Yes, likewise. Say next one, clashes between cultural heritage and the intellectual property right. Yes. अब second one क्या है? Say one famous case was turmeric हल्दी आपके. So this turmeric was patented as medicinal product by a US company, and now Indians filed a patent. So since ages we are running it as a medicinal product, कि अब कैसे आप पेटेंट कर सकते हो? तो सबसे पहले पेटेंट हमको होना चाहिए, और इट कैन इवन बी ए ज्योग्राफिकल इंडिकेशन टैग फॉर इंडिया कि यस again, so how to balance this cultural heritage part and the intellectual property rights in case of life materials. Haldi is a life material, it is a plant, like this. Then to include DNA into IPR policies. So should we include DNA? Again, should BRCA be patented or should it not be patented? So these are the current ongoing debates on the intellectual property rights on life materials. Then patenting microbiology and its processes. कि कोविड-19 के म्यूटेशन कि पता नहीं कि यूएस छोड़ा है या चाइना वाले छोड़ा है, क्या वो पेटेंट किसको लगना चाहिए? सो इफ बाय चांस कोविड का पेटेंट हो गए कि नाउ हु विल बी हेल्ड रिस्पांसिबल? इज इट अ चाइनीज वायरस कि और इज इट अ यूएस वायरस? इफ सो शुड बी पेटेंट the virus or a bacteria, or should we patent a new genetic combination which gives birth to a virus or a bacteria? Should we patent a vaccination? Okay, yes, okay, all these are the current world scenarios. So now when we bring in all these recent debates, okay, it becomes a specific answer in this part of body. Then okay, India is unable to commercialize. Friends, like, so here हमारे पास एक assertion है, although India is second in the world to file patent, it is not being commercializing to an effective extent. Okay, now in support of that statement, give some statistics. Yes, India is very good at patenting. Say, like in 2023, 1.03 lakh patents have been filed. So now after 2024, we'll get again the data how year by year patents are increasing in India. Okay, number of patents which we do, they are increasing. मतलब patents बढ़ रहे हैं कि even then कि why we are not able to commercialize. Now the reasons for commercialization, reasons for lack of commercialization, reasons for lack of commercialization or reasons of ineffective commercialization. Now first, industry academia demand mismatch. कि industry academia demand mismatch कि industry बोलता है कि मुझे कोविड का वैक्सीन चाहिए, and now academy is still in SARS era. So academy mein we are not teaching the vaccination of COVID-19. We are still teaching about SARS. Ki SARS came 10-15 years back. So likewise, ki when the demand and supply mismatch is there, ki now ki the patents that are coming now, ki they are might be 10-15 years behind what the market needs. Ki at that case we can not commercialize this. Ki commercialization मुश्किल पड़ जाएगा. Yes. Then lack of publicity. Say now कि people file patents. Who will file patents? People who are doing MSc, कि people who are doing PhD in MSc, say they will file patents. कि those patents कि should be published in the national and international journals which have good publicity. So if they are not coming into limelight, so they won't. Say for example, I have seen one guy so who prepared a wheelchair which can climb upon stairs. Okay, above there are so many government buildings. So you take 70% of government buildings, they don't have ramp facilities. Okay, now lifts have come. Earlier they were also absent. Okay, so this was a very good say invention. Okay, like so wheelchair will climb on the stairs. Okay, it will be very much helpful for Indian conditions. Again, they won't come to limelight because okay, everybody files so many patents and say these will be say one of thousands. Okay, lack of proper publicity. Then duplication and plagiarism. कि अब आपको पीएचडी करना है कि 10 पीएचडी के पेटेंट को उठाना है एंड इन दैट सो 10 पेटेंट्स कि क्रिएट योर ओन वन कि भाई कॉपी पेस्टिंग ऑल ऑफ देम कि सो दैट गिव्स टू dubious पेटेंट्स कि dubious or devious पेटेंट्स कि wherein कि your patents are not so much needed कि for the world as such, but so you will get PhD or you will get a patent for namesake. कि ऐसे पेटेंट रख के ही क्या करना है? Yes, कि there was one biology के lecturer कि he has कि patents over patents on say earthworms. Yes, कि such कि patents over patents on earthworms will be very much helpful for agriculture. So good say breed of earthworms, they induce fertility कि to the soil. So likewise कि then inadequate finances. Yes, government spending just 0.6% in research and development. So even if you want to do some extraordinary research and patent on that, you don't have sufficient financial resources. Yes, कि अब सरकारें जावलिन थ्रो करने के लिए पैसे नहीं दे रहे तो पेटेंट के लिए कौन देंगे? So there was only one javelin thrower of Pakistan कि you couldn't fund them. कि will you fund thousands of patent holders who are willing to take the patent? Okay, that will be the issue. Some of the reasons why we are unable to commercialize the things. Then conclusion mein, like say separate patent for life materials. Say for example we have industrial designs, for a separate patent for designs of industries, like आपके microchip, macrochip, motherboard, उनके designs के लिए patents होंगे. So now bring out a separate patent for life materials, just like we have geographical indication tags and trademarks and others, एक separate बनाएंगे, so that you will strike a balance. Such ones should be included in the TRIPS plus of WTO. Yes, likewise. So two demands of the questions, two parts of body with apt heading and specific reasons, कि फालतू ये नहीं लिखना है कि no autonomy, no fund, कि no functionary, वो सब नहीं लिखना है. Be specific, so that be professional and let the arguments be crisp and let them be related to current affairs. Yes, okay, we'll see next one. Okay, what is the technology being employed? What is the technology being employed for electronic toll collection on highways? A very easy question on FASTag. I don't think this will be difficult for you. And the technology was also in news. Yes, what are its advantages and limitations? FASTag ke advantages and limitations. What are the proposed changes that will make this process seamless? Would this transaction carry any potential hazards? Yes, now, what is the current technology? So one demand of the question. Then the advantages and limitations. Second demand of the question. And what are the proposed changes that will make this process seamless? What are the changes? Third demand of the question. And hazards of the changes. Fourth demand of the question. But still it is a 10-marker question. 4 demands should be placed in such a way that you will finish the answer within time limit and the space limit. Now, in the introduction itself, we will answer what is the technology employed. The technology employed is the FASTag. So, wherein a FASTag has a bar and the barcode reader will read this. Yes, and as and when it is fed to a scanner in the toll booth. So now the amount will be deducted, auto deducted. So now there is no need like you will say park your vehicle there कि पैसे देंगे तो change दे खुले दे वापस कि लड़ना है नहीं करना है कि तो लोकल के गुंडे आएंगे तो नहीं दूंगा तो क्या उखाड़ ले कुछ नहीं. So फास्टैग है तो खुलेगा नहीं नहीं खुलेगा. Yes, कि so you can draw a simple diagram to show that how कि फास्टैग works. कि to add value. FASTag scanner open the door. Yes, simple schematic diagram कि उधर कार वार के ड्रॉ करके शेडिंग वगैरह नहीं करना है. Yes, now say what are the advantages and limitations. Simple advantages: speedy collection of toll, avoids clashes with the toll operators. Many times there are incidents where the vehicle owners they hit the toll booth operators. Such inhuman incidents. Avoids log jams in the roads. Now limitations. Now multiple toll booths के हर जगह toll booth लगाएंगे just because कि RFID है and वो अपने आप काट देता है. If you have made it a habit like you cut multiple tolls with multiple toll booths, then people residing near toll booths cross it multiple times. कि इधर toll booth है कि इधर मेरा घर है तो आते समय टोल काटना है कि जाते समय टोल काटना है. So like every time कि you are so in unnecessarily your toll is being cut कि अब इसमें क्या ही करना है. So now how to avoid such problem? People they find a different way कि गली से अंदर घुस के इधर निकालना. So such things are impractical. Then hits taxi drivers. Taxi drivers they commute every day once or twice in the same toll. Why should they pay the toll multiple times? Yes, and if they pay toll multiple times, they will put the fare on the customers, clients. Then mismatch between the road used and the amount paid. So now I just touch this highway and move out. कि अब इसके लिए भी टोल काटना है. And for my bad luck, it happens to be that if I touch this highway, I have to cross this toll booth. Yes, okay, such things, sir, they are acting as limitations for FASTag. Okay, now what are the changes? Okay, now attaching your FASTag to GNSS, okay, that is Navik. Okay, Navik के लिए attach करेंगे. So now wherever your FASTag goes, okay, Navik will be tracking so your FASTag. So you can draw one more schematic diagram to show that. Say FASTag and a satellite tracking. So now if you travel 1 kilometer in the road, if say 9 rupees is deducted. If you travel say 90 kilometers, give 9 into 9 rupees is 90 into 9 rupees are deducted. So likewise, use and pay, use as you pay. Essay, attaching FASTag to GNSS and pay as you use model. Yes, then that comes with less congestion and log jams. So there are no requirement of toll booths itself. If you have use and pay, so now toll booth chahiye nahi. Once you climb up on the road, your amount starts to be deducted. Once you get down, it stops deducting. Yes, likewise. Then less congestion and log jams, obviously. Then decreased toll leakages. I said people will fight. People will make sure that aise nikal lenge. So all those things will not happen. And it also avoids glitches. हम उधर जाके कड़ा कर दिया तो हमारे फास्टैग थोड़ा फेड हो चुका है कि our barcode is not being read. उधर घंटों तक कड़ा होना है. All those things, glitches and toll leakages. And no requirement of toll booths. In Maharashtra it happened. People were fed up with toll booths. And Raj Thackeray, so he happened to destroy all the toll booths. कि सब लोगों को बेच के सबको हटा देना है. कि all those clashes, political clashes, social clashes, you can avoid. Then next part, what are the potential hazards? Potential hazards में like data theft and privacy. When your FASTag is being tracked and traced, so it is collecting good amount of data regarding your vehicle number or might be where your vehicle is going. So such data that can be robbed by anyone, and that comes with privacy issues. Then track and trace of vehicles. So if the data is fed to someone else, it is fed to antisocial elements, then they will easily track and trace your vehicle. कि सलमान भाई कहाँ जा रहे हैं, कि अब कि बिश्नोई ट्रैक करेंगे. So all those things will be an issue. And always when you go more towards cyber, and more cyber threats will be behind you. Then any failures of the operating system, say for example that operating system where satellite is detecting all your say RFID tags, if that goes off, just the way the Microsoft OS got outage recently, so it was corrupt. When that happens, then you cannot move to a highway, or once you move there will be huge glitch, whether toll काट रहा है कि नहीं काट रहा है पता नहीं चलता है, and either the company will be in the loss or the public will be in the trouble. So such cyber hazards will always be there when we upgrade with the technology. So I don't think this part will be difficult for you. If you know this part, yes, this is use and pay model, so then the whole answer you can answer very properly. Yes, then in the conclusion, yes, it's a good technology, and so there might be some implementation errors, so which can be tackled. So I have put a quote: e-governance is instrumental, good governance is substantial. Yes, likewise, e-governance is just an instrument. Ultimately it is the public welfare which is needed, so we should not do anything at the cost of public welfare. Yes, science and tech questions were not so difficult, they were easy, and it is all about how we put in the specific arguments. ऊपर ऊपर ही नहीं लिखना है. Yes, we cannot write कि vehicle will come तो it will cut, पैसे काट देंगे, नहीं. So be professional, put crisp arguments, and put some schematic diagrams so that your value addition also enhances. Then industrial pollution of river water is a significant environmental issue in India. So this is an environmental question. Yes, river pollution. pollution of river water by industries. Yes, is a significant environmental issue. Discuss various mitigation measures to deal with this problem. Mitigation measures to deal with this problem. Second demand, and also government initiatives. Third demand. So first, you will say how industrial pollution of rivers is a significant environmental issue. So here comes your statistics part. थोड़ा statistics लिखना है कि how industries are polluting the rivers. Yes, and it is also necessary that you will answer the assertion भी answer करना है कि say for example in interview if the panelist ask like do you think India is flooded with corruption, what is your opinion? So your answer would be no sir, no. It is like yes sir, yes ma'am, India might be flooded with corruption. In the Transparency International's Corruption Perception Index, we have XYZ ranking, which shows that. But however, my opinion is different. Yes, you will answer the assertion first. Yes, I am supporting your argument. I am supporting your opinion, but at the same time, I have a counter opinion. So that answering assertion part is also very much important. Now, introduction. A little over half of India's 605 rivers were found to be polluted by the CPCB in 2022. A Central Pollution Control Board's report gave a half of over 605. That means 300 out of 600 rivers are being polluted by industries. Yes, and now pollution a significant issue. How it is a significant issue? Now 10% of solid waste in India goes to rivers. Forget about liquid waste. 90% of liquid waste go to rivers, but solid waste also they go to rivers. Then India has just 17% of sewage recycling capacity. So that means the remaining, say somewhere up to 83% of sewage, it goes to water bodies directly. So we don't have proper recycling facility of liquid waste. And India is struggling to clean Ganga river. Yes, Ganga river also to be cleaned. Now, second part of body. What are the government initiatives to clean the river? Namami Gange program, the National Mission for Cleaning Ganga, then National River Conservation Plan, yes, and Zero Liquid Discharge Policy. So that means whenever industries are leaving affluents to the rivers, we make sure that वो liquid को हटा दे. Only the hardcore solid, whichever we cannot recycle, that can be left to the rivers. We have to try maximum that the wastage is minimized. Only the filtrate, so we can leave it to the rivers, not the whole waste water. Just zero liquid discharge policy, or make sure that condense the liquid, only extract the filtrate and throw away the filtrate. Yes, कि चाय बनाते समय कि वो चाय पत्ता का जो निकलता है उसको फेंक देना है. The same way कि you allow the liquid waste कि either to filtrate or either to evaporate, so that कि आपका जो hard solid जो कि बचता है, so that can be thrown away. So zero liquid discharge policy. Common effluent treatment plants कि not all industries have the financial power to set up effluent treatment plants. Will have common effluent treatment plants for 5 to 6 industries कि एक common रखेंगे. तो भाई सब अपना अपना waste इधर छोड़ना है, and so that will be either recycled or it will be say either filtered. Then riverfront development program. Friends, festivities and funerals, they are the worst polluting of rivers. Okay, here also if you have proper ghat modernization programs, okay, that is also very much helpful. So this is not about industrial, but still we can add on saying that yes, this is also a major initiative taken up. Then other mitigation measures, what other things can be made? Establishment of sewage recycling plants via reverse osmosis. Yes, in Delhi we have most of the wastewater being recycled through reverse osmosis. Then metering and treatment of effluents. It is not just the treatment through the common effluent treatment plants, but also metering. Yes, ये company इतना छोड़ रहा है, इनका इतना पैसे काटना है. Yes, whether you have to penalize, whether we have to make them pay for the waste, that is also a good thing, like disincentivize the waste production. Then encourage eco-friendly festivities. Like say now for example friends, if you reduce the pollution from the festivities, rivers can tolerate some pollution from the industries which are unavoidable. Yes, कि अगर essential industries हैं there is no other way, like leather tanning industries, if we close them, many people will lose their employment opportunities. At that time थोड़ा बहुत leather tanning industries से waste आ सकते हैं, and say from the festivities if we avoid, to some extent river can bear the wastes. Then involving private players in frequent dredging and cleaning of rivers. Dredging in the sense whatever waste have been deposited at the riverbed bottom, usko dredge करेंगे. So clayey materials, wastes, or maybe the solid materials which are settled down, all those we can write here. Yes. In the conclusion, Indian state rivers as gods, but the rivers are cleaner in those nations where the rivers are treated as rivers. Hence we have to make sure that scientific and tactical approach is more important than your emotive approach. Emotive, metaphysical, spiritual approach nahi chahiye. Yes. An easy question, not so difficult, but make sure you put good amount of statistics and make the answer value added. Then what role do environmental NGOs and activists play in influencing environmental impact assessment? Then environmental impact assessment outcomes for the major projects in India. Obvious. Then cite 4 examples with all important details. This is the new pattern that UPSC has come up with, like cite 4 details, write 3 details, all those. And my suggestion is that, and friends, no one knows the scheme of evaluation of UPSC. Here it is like, say 4 अगर पूछा गया है, so 4 ही लिखना है, 10 नहीं लिखना है. The only reason is that when 4 is asked and you write 5, 6, just because you know, examiner gets to know that you are writing 5, 6, because you are unable to explain 4 in detail. You don't know the detailed picture of 4 examples. Hence you are compensating with, say, some 5 more examples. Again, write 4 and explain them properly, what the case was. Yes. First demand of the question. What role do environmental NGOs and activists play on influencing environmental impact assessment outcomes? And cite 4 examples. Now, we'll introduce with the changes in the environmental impact assessment 2021. Friends, a bit of relaxation was given for roads and railway construction, a bit of relaxation for those companies which have already set up a company and which haven't come up with EIA. So they can come up with EIA ex post facto. Ex post facto मतलब कि अगर बनाते समय मैंने EIA नहीं बनाया, कंपनी बनाते समय I didn't come up with EIA, and now after setting up the company I can make the environment impact assessment by say paying some amount to the government. कुछ penalty pay कर देंगे. Yes. कि such rules witnessed a huge response from the NGOs and activists. कि as and when कि government touches the EIA part, कि all environmental activism will prop up, because there will be a suspicion that we will dilute that. So any dilution will be picked up very seriously by the NGOs and activists. With that we can introduce. And now, role of NGOs. Say, what role do they play? Assessment of veracity. To what extent the EIA is genuine? So to what extent it is authentic? Are they actually showing the damages that might happen to the environment in future? Are they giving any compensation? What about the indigenous people? What about the placement of displaced? Likewise. Then triggering debates and discussion. Yes, overall media activism, all those comes into picture. Whenever EIF will be fraudulent, or whenever EIA is ritualistic, then activists will bring it to the public. Then court litigations. So you can fight it out in the court of law. And protests and demonstrations. This will be the last resort, wherein when NGOs or activists don't find a way, so they can go for this. Now, 4 examples. First was your POSCO and Vedanta case. So friends, this was a aluminum refinery. So it was about to be set up in Odisha, and central government, it has given clearance without consulting the tribal people. And now the tribal people united, and some of the educated activists, they've led them and they fought out in the court, and so court said POSCO Vedanta cannot be set up there. Yes, the environment impact assessment is not sufficient and environment impact assessment is not convincing us to allow the company. So now the tribal people, they won over these two companies. Then Narmada Bachav Andolan, when the dam was about to be constructed on Narmada river, the EIA on the displaced, so that compensation for the displaced, all these were not present in the EIA, and people like Medha Patkar, they took it up and say the justice to what extent it is given, I can't say, but still the fight is going on. So even now, to some extent, compensation has been given, so displacement has been reduced, or say compensatory land has been given, but the fight is going on. Then Kovada nuclear power plant. So friends, Kovada, so in Andhra Pradesh, I guess, so Kovada nuclear plant was about to come in coastal Andhra, and say people, so they said, so nuclear plant oddu, Kovada manaku muddu. So that means in Telugu it is nuclear plant nahi chahiye, Kovada ki humko pyar hai. So Kovada, we love Kovada. So the place where the nuclear plant was about to be set up. So again here, the environment impact assessment, say, didn't mention the true, say, hazards that a nuclear plant can bring to the local area. So again, they protested. Yes, likewise. Then Singur, Tata Nano, the famous ones. Here, the birth of Mamata Banerjee as a political leader started from here. In Singur, in West Bengal, Tata was about to set up a nano plant, and there the environment impact assessment, so, was not mentioning the conversion of agricultural land to a barren land. Yes, I happened to take one of the interviews of a West Bengal student, and he was just a graduate from the college, and I asked him, so does West Bengal require Tata Nano? And he had tutti English stuff, mere jaise liye from rural background, I cannot say his English was bad when mine need not be good. So now, what he said, sir, Tata Nano needed, sir, but not in agricultural land, but in a barren land. What an answer. Like, so that logical answers, they hit like anything. So a person just graduated and a good knowledge about that, that was the issue in your environment impact assessment of Singur Tata Nano. Conversion of agriculture land to industrial area, that was not clarified. Then EIA should include pre-public consultation as well to avoid such mishaps. So we have to make sure that pre-public consultation, put the EIA in the public domain and accept the feedback, receive the feedback. So likewise, so as I said, whenever 4 examples are given, give only 4 of them. You don't give multiple ones just to show off the knowledge. It might be counterproductive. Then explain how narco-terrorism has emerged as a serious threat across the country. So suggest suitable measures to counter narco-terrorism. Yes. Narco-terrorism, internal security question. And friends, most of the internal security questions will be repetitive. चार ही तो है, terrorism है, narcotics है, financial frauds है, cyber security है. Prepare a short notes and vomit most of your answers. You should not think and answer in these areas. Now, first demand of the question, explain how narco-terrorism has emerged as a social threat across the country and suggest suitable measures to counter. Very simple basic question. 2 demands, and say narco-terrorism and nexus between drug mafia and the terror organizations. Briefly explain in the introduction how and in various ways terrorism and drug peddlers, they can be having a nexus. Yes, they can be having their own dealings, business dealings in the underworld. Then a serious threat, how it is a serious threat. Now, a presence of golden crescent and golden triangle. Here you can write a brief diagram of India map and show where is golden crescent and where is golden triangle. Pardon if India map agar अच्छा नहीं आया तो. Yes. सिर उतना नहीं आया. Yeah. Okay, done. Yes. Yes. Okay. So golden crescent, golden triangle. Yes. Okay. A small diagram to represent. and value addition. Then terror funding by drug mafia. So the amount revenue coming from the drug mafia will be funded to the terrorist organizations. Then terrorists helping in cross border drug peddling. So terrorists, they will be very much efficient, expert in crossing the borders, infiltration, and so as and when they cross, they take the drug. तो भाई एक तो पत्ता पकड़ के चले जाओ, किसी को पता चलेगा. Yes. Then so 2500 grams of methamphetamine seized in Kerala. So some statistics, and NIA raiding 100 terrorist places or terrorist hidden places recently. And when NIA comes into picture, so it would be mostly terrorism. Yes, likewise. Then steep rise in drugs in Punjab and Jammu Kashmir in the recent years. Yes, Jammu Kashmir and Punjab situated very near to the Golden Crescent, hence it can be. Yes. You can also represent this part, the nexus part, by using a flow chart. So how terrorists, so they can give human resource for drug peddling, and how drug peddling can give financial resource to terrorism. Yes, human resource, financial resource, so they can be exchanged. Then measures, border security enhancement, friends. So like measures like bold quit. So there is one scheme, bold quit, for enhancing infrastructure, security infrastructure at the borders, that you can mention here. Then vibrant villages program for educating community at the borders. So the border community should not do all these things for petty money. Yes, for दो तीन चिन्नी चोरी पना पैसों के लिए ये बड़ा बड़ा क्राइम्स नहीं करना है. Then NatGrid, so a single most intelligence platform to combine the intelligence of terrorism as well as your narcotics. हमको सब एक जगह चाहिए. So if there is nexus, let the intelligence come about the nexus as such. It should not be like terrorism का अलग डाटा है, narcotics का अलग डाटा है, track and trace मुश्किल है नहीं. Then drone surveillance to track the nexus. Then track and trace of black money. So if you track and trace the money, you will track and trace how the drugs are going on. Yes, Operation Insights during demonetization we have brought in to track the untaxed money. Yes, likewise. Then conclusion, lastly, awareness for quitting drug addiction and winning hearts and minds. WAM, winning hearts and minds. Yes, such jargons always stop us. They say like, तो मैंने इंट्रोडक्शन कंक्लूजन पहले प्रिपेयर करके गई थी और प्रिपेयर करके गया था. सो दिस is how you prepare jargons, winning hearts and minds, for introduction, some current affairs, some examples, statistics, all those things. So make sure again a evaluated answer is given. Then describe the context and salient features of Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. So just the context and salient features, a very direct question. As I said, friends, paper is not difficult, but the evaluation is tough. Yes, so अगर आप carelessly लिखेंगे, so if you are very careless, negligent in writing an answer, हाँ feature ही तो पूछा है so then you will significantly lose the marks. I have seen marks as low as 50-55. Even people who have given 2 to 3 mains or who have been in service, they have got less marks. Yes, better not to. Now, Personal Data Protection Bill comes in the wake of European Union's GDPR, so that is General Data Protection Rules, and Brian Sri Krishna Committee's recommendation. So in India, on the lines of GDPR, we also wanted data protection rules, and Brian Sri Krishna Committee was appointed. On the basis of this committee's recommendation, we have the act now. Yes. Now context, what is the context? So friends, context again, why we require data protection? Because India is very much vulnerable to data theft, or India is very much concerned with the data privacy. Several incidents of data leakages, data robbing has occurred. That is the context. Say 37 cases of data theft recorded in 2022, and some 81 crore people's Aadhaar details that was so lost by ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research. And we have also seen the server of AIMS being hacked recently. So all these show that how hackers are trying, or they are very much behind the data. Cambridge Analytica, that is misused Indian database on Facebook. Yes, to politically manipulate the elections. Okay, so all these show that okay, now data is the new oil. Yes, okay, and if you have data, okay, you can earn crores. Okay, तो 1000 डाटा मिलेगा about graduates कि जो ग्रेजुएशन से पास आउट हुआ है, कि you get 1000 people database कि call individually, motivate them for civil services, admit them for coaching institute, earn crores. Yes, एक बंदा admit होगा कि 1.5 lakhs, and कि people are ready to spend 24 hours, say 48 hours behind that person who is ready to pay the amount. So that is how it goes. Okay, data is the new oil. Then okay, coming to next, salient features. What are the salient features? Okay, first, defining. So the act defines who is the fiduciary and who is the principal. Friends, fiduciary means okay, who operates the data. So the operator, okay, and the principal who owns the data. Okay, so mera data hai, so I am the principal, and fiduciary is the person who operates the data. Then okay, data to be collected only with the consent. Consent of whom? Consent of the principal, and to be used only for the purpose for which the consent is taken. Yes, agar maine data le raha hu कि for research purpose, and now I am using it for terrorism, if so that is not allowed. So you have to collect with the consent and use only for the purpose for which the consent is taken. Then fiduciary is to maintain the data with utmost security and should inform the principal in case of data breach. Say for example, I took your Aadhaar data and by chance I lost it. It is my bounden duty to inform you that I have lost the data. Yes, likewise. Then data principals have right to access, correct and erase their information. Yes. Okay, now say okay, I am a celebrity, not a celebrity, fir bhi. Okay, and so some of my obscene videos, okay, or some of my obscene interviews, okay, wherein I was embarrassed, okay, or okay, I embarrass someone is being in the social media, and okay, I become the principal of that data, and I have the right that okay, let that be erased after some time. Obviously that right to be forgotten कि भाई क्यों कि लोग खोज खोज के मुझको ही देखना है कि थोड़ा हटा दे. Yes, कि I have the right to access, I have the right to correct the fault data, and I have right to erase any the controversial or embarrassing data. Then establishment of data protection board to enforce complaints and impose penalties. Yes, okay, there should be a data protection board in case of any breach. Okay, we can impose okay, penalties, enforce complaints on okay, the data fiduciaries. Yes, likewise. I have brought some 3 to 4 okay, so that we can fit into the time and space. Yes, here also, like given as much as possible. You need not be absolutely give all the points. Yes, and coming to right to be forgotten, I have give a story to say, like you know Aruna Shanbag case. Aruna Shanbag was a nurse in a hospital, and so she was strangled to death by one of her colleagues. The person he strangled her with a telephone wire. वो खींच के उनको so but luck by chance, or maybe whatever we can say, she didn't die. She was in a vegetative state for 20-25 years. And say now she was in the deathbed for 25 years in the vegetative state, and in these 25 years of duration, the person, the culprit who was responsible for this, he went to jail and he was released from the prison, and now he was working in any private company. Yes, and now when Aruna Shanbag died, the news went all over. It became viral, or maybe it has to become because Aruna Shanbag is a famous case. And now when she died, now again people tracked this person to identify who was the culprit. And now when they got to know he was the culprit, and now this person is also is in 60s and 70s, and the company dismissed this person again, saying that bhai कि तुम इधर काम नहीं कर सकते, हमारा कंपनी का बदनाम हो जाएगा. Yes, and so the question the society asked was why you punish this person twice? Already he has gone to jail, and now he is leading his life. Why to punish him unnecessarily? So such the double jeopardy which the society does has to be stopped. That is why right to be forgotten. I did a crime, I got my punishment, and it's over. Yes, I need not be punished again and again for the same things. Yes, likewise. Now conclusion. However, Act provides for usage of data for research and welfare purposes. Yes, so there is no bar that if you are using it for a benevolent purpose, Okay, not at all. So you can use it however you want it. Yes. Okay, so that means that the Data Protection Act strikes a balance between, okay, excess usage or the misuse and abuse of data and the good use of data. Then next, 15 marker. Okay, the world is facing an acute shortage of clean and safety fresh water. What are the alternative technologies which can solve this crisis? Briefly discuss any 3 such technologies, citing their merits and demerits. Yes, 3 such technologies, and the world is facing acute shortage of clean water. How it is facing acute shortage and the alternative technologies. Alternative technologies, their merits and demerits. Then, okay, we can introduce with the current affairs. Bangalore went short of drinking water this summer due to El Nino effect and drought effect. Yes, a severe shortage of water occurred. Then, okay, coming to the second part, how it is facing. So friends, here is, okay, the part where you answer the assertion part. Yes, okay, 2.7 billion face drinking water shortage for at least 1 month in a year all over the world. Yes, okay, at least for 1 month you face shortage, that too in the off season. Then disappearance of ponds, lakes, tanks, etc. is the evidence for the shortage of fresh water. And in India, per capita availability of fresh water decreased by 75% since independence. Yes, during independence we had plenty of water, and as and when we move towards development, okay, we have gadgets which guzzle water. At the same time, हमारे पास पानी नहीं है. So earlier, okay, to wash a cloth we require a mug of water, and now it takes, okay, पूरा कढ़ाई ले लेता है. Yes, okay, again 1 liter of water for washing a cloth, now it is 10 liter of water in a washing machine. Yes, likewise. Now alternative solution to solve this. Okay, friends, when you give alternative solution, don't give simple technologies like तो आप के drip irrigation, rainwater harvesting वगैरह. So that you can put in the conclusion. To give proper technologies, first, desalinization of salt water. Yes, by using thermal distillation. Thermal distillation means salt water leke आओ, heat it, let the water vapor evaporate, the salt will be left behind and absorb or condense the evaporating water. That's desalinization. This is used by Israel for agriculture. Desalinization of desalinization of salt water, so sea water. Now, what are the merits? Like we get a plenty of water from the sea. Yes, at the same time, what are the hazards? Friends, desalination, that comes with loss of minerals. You don't get, all minerals will be settled down as a distillate, and now kuch bachega hi nahi. So when you have all salt that is being left behind, when the water evaporates, the water you drink will be lack of minerals. Now say rainwater directly as such will not be as rich in minerals, but when it flows through the rivers, when it mixes with the soil, when it dissolves the rocks, that would be rich in minerals. Yes, that is why it is not the rainwater, it is the river water which is essential to drink. Now say one merit, one demerit, or might be like, so one paragraph of merit and demerit more than enough. Then reverse osmosis. Friends, like briefly explain what is reverse osmosis. You can draw a diagram also here. Say for example, say take the wastewater and pass it through a semi-permeable membrane. Yes, like this. Yes, let the salt water come here or the wastewater come here. Yes, pass electricity so that the water is forced to pass this membrane and it merges with the pure water here. Yes, so this is wastewater, this is pure water, and the wastewater passes through this semi-permeable membrane and the filtrate is left behind and it merges with the pure water. So pass electricity so that reverse osmosis occurs. Why it is reverse osmosis? Because the proper direction of osmosis is the fresh water enters wastewater to dissolve the additional salts present in this water. In this condition, I cannot explain all osmosis, reverse osmosis, etc. This is mains discussion, foundation nahi hai. Okay, now here, okay, the proper osmosis is, okay, when the fresh water dissolves with the wastewater, okay, because wastewater has more salts. Reverse osmosis is, okay, wastewater, okay, will be filtered and it merges with the fresh water. Yes, likewise. Okay, and now again, okay, advantages, merits and demerits. Okay, merits, okay, we have so much of wastewater and you can recycle them, and it is like we have only 17% of recycling capacity, so increase that. And demerits are like electricity is needed, and we need good amount of capital setup, machinery setup should be there, infrastructure has to be set up. Then condensation of water from the thin air and fog. Friends, here Varka water tower, Ethiopia. So here it is like they condense the fog and say they will take out fresh water from this. Yes, so there is a tower, and here, okay, so make sure that, so reduce the temperature, okay, so that let the fogs they come and settle down, and as and when it comes down, okay, increase the pressure so that it condenses and you can extract water from here. Draw some schematic diagrams like this. Okay, low temperature, okay, high pressure, so that, okay, settle down and condensation of fog occurs. Yes, again the disadvantage, okay, advantage is like, yes, the fog occurs and it has to occur, and it is like, say, these are, okay, something using the abundant, so things which are already available, okay, salt water, okay, or wastewater or fog. So these are the merits of this, and the demerits again, the huge capital investment. And so this can be used only during winters when the fog occurs. अगर fog ही नहीं है तो आप इसको रख के क्या करोगे? So it goes out of use for, okay, in the on season. So during rainy and, okay, summer season, rainy तो पानी है ही, summer season में you don't get this. Yes, okay. Then ice stupas, okay, here is, say, Sonam Wangchuk's, okay, ice stupa, okay, during winters store the fresh water, okay, by solidifying this as a stupa. Okay, एक tomb बनाएंगे ice के. Yes, so again it is easy to make up, and usage of the nature's, okay, climate, the low temperature, and at the same time, okay, demerits, okay, only in some season, okay, when the summer comes, okay, all ice will be melted down. Yes, or might be too much of ice stupas can cause flooding, तो सब मेल्ट होके पानी घर के अंदर आ रहा है. Yes, and friends, when the flood comes, it is usually bad. I heard कि one of my cooks in Warren, Walajin Nagar, तो he migrated from West Bengal. कि मैंने बोला क्यों? तो he said, sir, एक बार वो बाढ़ आ गया था कि when कि water entered into my room, कि snakes started coming out. कि so because कि water has entered to snakes home as well, and they came out, and कि I felt better not to stay in that house, कि बच्चे रहेंगे. So good decision. Yes. Then how rainwater harvesting, okay, drip irrigation, digging of sinking pits, etc. can also be the alternatives. So these are the big ticket alternatives. These are the small ticket alternatives. Yes, likewise. Give the best. Then moving to the next question. Then what are asteroids? What are asteroids? Okay, how real is the threat of them causing extinction of life? Yes, okay, a very easy question. How? So अगर वो आके धरती के ऊपर गिर जाएगा तो extinction ही होगा. Then okay, what strategies have been adopted to prevent this catastrophe? So science and tech, okay, first demand, second demand, third demand. Yes, okay, now, okay, two more asteroids heading towards Earth. Friends, G 2020 and 2024 RO11. Okay, NASA has said these two are heading towards the Earth. Okay, we have to make sure, okay, we have to either deflect them, destroy them, or whatever. Okay, threat of asteroid causing life extinction. Okay, how? Friends, like Chicxulub, okay, Chicxulub, okay, asteroid, okay, when it hit the Earth, we lost most of the dinosaurs. Yes, the dinosaurs were lost because of this Chicxulub. People who didn't know, कि मुझे भी पता नहीं था, I did the research yesterday. Okay, so make sure you will remember, okay, this asteroid. Now, okay, what other things can happen when they strike? They can hit directly. Second, so when they hit on the oceans, okay, they can cause huge tsunamis. Okay, they can cause, okay, the drowning of islands. Okay, submergence of islands, smoke and dust can happen, which can clog the atmosphere, which can choke, okay, the animals and birds to death. Yes, anything can happen. Yes, okay, how it can be a threat. So easy part. Now comes the technical part, strategies to prevent the same. Friends, here explain these ones with the help of say diagrams. So detection and tracking via space-based telescopes. Yes, okay, just draw a solar system. Okay, draw the Earth, draw an asteroid, and detecting from here. Okay, observation satellites. Detection and tracking of asteroids. Yes. Okay, so if you are tracking by using near Earth observation program, so you have Earth observation satellites, okay, which will be tracking, and whenever they approach the Earth, okay, some steps can be taken up. Then deflection methods. Friends, here is the DART method, double asteroid redirection test. Double asteroid redirection test was an operation so by NASA and ESA, okay, European Space Agency and NASA, they together made this project. Okay, isme, like ESA said, okay, so okay, my duty is to track this asteroid through a telescope. Okay, मैं track करता रहूँगा. So ESA will track this, and NASA will hit this with a rocket or hit this with a satellite. Yes, give track and trace, track and hit it. Yes, कि ESA बोलेगा हाँ देख रहा हूँ भाई अब मार कि आ रहा है. So yes, कि double asteroid redirection test. पे using spacecraft gravitational pull to alter asteroid's trajectory or blasting off with a direct shoot. So in this DART, it was direct shoot, a demonstration experiment. If not direct shoot, safe, we can divert it. So by using spacecrafts, gravitational pull, safe, spacecraft will go nearby and it will direct it. So likewise, or it can hit and it can divert it. So either of them, it is as simple as that. But it is done in space. That's it. Then international cooperation, that is International Asteroid Warning Network. So we come up with so many satellites wherein all of them will be tracking and tracing the asteroids which are approaching the Earth, so that we will be so informed in advance. Yes, likewise. Then so here we mentioned how asteroids can be threat. At the same time we can say studying asteroid can be very much helpful. It can say give information about the Big Bang theory, or what was Earth some billion years ago, what was solar system, or the birth of stars, the life beyond Earth, origin of universe, anything can be studied. So with a positive note on asteroids, you can end it. Yes, so give the best. Then 17th, what is disaster resilience? How is it determined? And say describe various elements of resilience framework. Also mention the global targets of Sendai framework for disaster risk reduction. So multiple demands. What is disaster resilience? What is disaster resilience? How it is determined? Yes, elements and Sendai framework. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4 demands. Yes, friends, a very direct and easy question. Say my suggestion for UPSC aspirants, like agar you gave your 100% efforts to UPSC, agar nahi ho paya, so take this question as example. Can you not write this question? क्या आप ये आंसर लिख नहीं सकते हो? आराम से लिख सकते हैं. Resilience ही तो है. Yes, write in your own words. Yes, if you are not selected, that doesn't mean we are not fit to become IAS. It is that the time or the efforts didn't match, or the things didn't align in your favor. Yes, and so try the same efforts in any other field. Keep trying and you will get the results. One need not be depressed for failing to answer this question. Yes, UPSC is as easy as that, but at the same time it comes with some amount of destiny, luck. Yes, now Hugo framework. So it defines resilience as the degree to which individuals, communities and public and private organizations are capable for organizing themselves to learn from past disaster. Okay, learn from past disaster and reduce the risk of the future ones. Okay, it is the ability of the community, it is the ability of the earth as a whole to withstand the disaster. Yes, in simple words. Okay, put it in Hugo framework's words. Okay, that would be very much value addition. Okay, coming from the horse's mouth. Yes. Okay, then determining disaster resilience. How to be? Okay, there are disaster resilience indices. Okay, disaster resilience index can be taken up. So that decides the ability of various sectors or ability of various domains to withstand the disaster. Okay, first one, technical ability. So that is ability to predict the disaster via early warning system. So that is also a resilience. You will get the golden time, okay, wherein you can save people. Then infrastructural, okay, how our infrastructure they can withstand the disaster, how our buildings can withstand earthquakes, okay, how save our cities can withstand flash floods. Yes. Then okay, community. So level of awareness and training. Friends, in Chennai there was a oil spill, and so it went viral, okay, how oil spill occurs, okay, and how fishes and birds are being dying. So now people came, okay, with bucket and cloth, okay, hum clean karenge. So one thing is that you are not trained for okay, cleaning the oil spills, okay, and for the NDMA, okay, one problem is how to save the animals, and now second is how to save these human beings. Yes, you are just adding to the burden कि आपको पता नहीं था उधर जाना नहीं है. Yes, done. Okay, when you don't know how to tackle the situation, better don't go there. Yes, there is a fire in the building and now आप hero बने, you कपड़ा फाड़ के अंदर घुसे कि now firefighters have two jobs, one to save the victims, second to save you, the unnecessary heroes. Then the political ability of state to build back better. Yes, कि the government, कि how a government can build it in a better way. Now, elements of resilience framework. Friends, I think both are one and the same, but how to differentiate? Here try how the resilience can be done and give some examples for value addition. Say hazard mapping, we have seismic zonation, we have India map, where is more seismicity, so where is less. Disaster preparedness, Japan on earthquake, how disaster resilient buildings have been constructed in Japan, because Japan lies on the Pacific ring of fire. Then resilient construction, friends, raised houses of Kolkata, so that even if the flood occurs, if the water doesn't inundate the house. Then speedy rescue and relief, friends, cyclone Philin, it happened to hit Odisha coast in 2014, I guess. Now, friends, in Odisha, whenever cyclone comes, at least 10,000 people used to die. But it happened to be in this year when only 10 people died, because the DM of Ganjam district, he ordered lathi charge for people who are staying on the coasts. When he ordered lathi charge, people happened to be moving out, and as they happened to move out, obviously say they got a relief, or they were saved from the death. So the death trap of cyclone. Likewise, then build back better. Surat, friends, plague hit Surat during 1900s, and say the DM of Surat, at that time Britishers were the DM, and he happened to clean the whole city, and now it is like it is one of the cleanest city, and plague never appeared again there. Take down some of these examples in your notes. Also, you can add it, so that it will help you. Then targets of Sendai framework. Substantially reduce the global disaster mortality by 2030. Friends, again, so just remember this 2030, and here substantially reduce, significantly decrease the number of affected people globally, and reduce disaster economic loss in relation to global GDP by 2030. Yes, and increase the number of countries and countries with national and local disaster risk reduction strategies. There are many more. You can just put a hub and spoke here and add as much as possible. And I know that it is difficult to memorize each and everything. Make sure that write in your own words. So reducing the risk, reducing the loss, reducing the damage to infrastructure, or might be like so training the people, or including in the curriculum, put your own, because whatever you study in your notes, in your monthly magazines or whatever, they are also finite, because Sendai framework is a 200-page document. So write in your own words, but don't miss this specific ones which come with the targets. Yes, an informative question, give an informative answers. Yes, then need to update it for the currently evolving disaster. So Sendai happened to be during 2015, and now we require one more for 2025. Then flooding in urban areas is an emerging climate induced disaster. Flooding in urban areas, how it is an emerging climate induced disaster. Discuss the causes of this disaster. Then mention the features of two such major floods in the last 2 decades. Yes. Describe policies and frameworks in India that aim in tackling such floods. What are the strategies? Then first, recent flooding in Delhi and death of UPSC aspirants. I have taken it from the current affairs. Yes, it is flash flood which killed say 3 UPSC aspirants, and a very heart touching incident. So हर बच्चा हमारा ही बच्चा है, all people, all living beings say they belong to ours. Yes, and they come with great dreams कि IAS बनना है, IPS बनना है, and when it shutters down, अगर नहीं हुआ तो अलग बात है, when such things happen, it really hurts. Then emerging climate induced disaster. Now how it is an emerging, so give some statistics, so and examples. This is the area where you can give good examples. Yes, floods in drought prone cities like Dubai and Jaipur. Yes, so Dubai, a desert area, so getting flash floods. Then flash floods in Mumbai and Chennai, where the cities have been planned for flash floods. Mumbai and Chennai know that they are rain fed areas, more rain, 7-8 months monsoon hi aayega, they are coastal areas, and still flash floods there means like, so like your planning has gone to dogs, koi fayda nahi hai plan se. Yes, Delhi mein flooding not an issue, because Delhi's plan is for a drought prone area. You go to Pragati Maidan, there are no drainages. Pragati Maidan where parliament president prime minister stay, उसमें एक सड़क में भी ड्रेनेज नहीं है. So when building Delhi, people thought that इधर बारिश आएगा ही नहीं. तो yes, and now कि बारिश आ रहे हैं तो दिल्ली स्विमिंग पूल बन रहा है. Yes. Then causes of urban flooding. Yes. Now what are the causes? Concretization, water is not sinking down, and encroachment into water bodies. Yes, and say like you are encroaching into ponds and other things. Then clogging of drains. Yes, clogging of drainages. Then unplanned constructions. Yes, so where should be the residential area, where should be the industrial area, where should be a water body, so where should be the drainage. You don't know that sometimes drainage cut open and it floods the city likewise. Then so this causes, you can put a hub and spoke cause laga ke, so give as much as possible. When there are multiple demands, go for such mind maps, so that you can save time and space. Then features of major floods, 2 major. Friends, Delhi floods 2023, it was a flash flood as well as it was a flood from Yamuna river. Yes, why it was flood from Yamuna river? Because there was so much water in the drains. Now either Yamuna river hai and here is Delhi, and now huge amount went to the Yamuna river from drains of Delhi, and Yamuna river was already flowing with highest capacity, and now Yamuna river couldn't receive the drains, and these drains hit back and causing huge floods. The residence of chief minister was also flooded. हम बोले कि अगर बड़े लोग ही तो डूब रहे हैं कि हमारे कौन सी बात है, कि तो वी आर ऑलवेज कि अब हम मर गए तो पूछने वाला है ही नहीं कि इफ सीएम डाइज कैन तो व्हाट फॉर अस likewise. Then say Delhi's encroachment to the river bank. Then high rains due to climate change, so rains are actually heavy in unexpected areas and in unexpected seasons. Then drains unable to let off water into the river, and inundation all over. Yes, water flooding into houses and shops, disruption of transports, even the metros, the metros are mostly situated above through flyovers. और थ्रू अंडरग्राउंड्स कि वो भी फ्लड हो रहा है, एंड से nearly 105 individuals were killed. Then Chennai floods 2015, heavy rains because of northeast monsoon. Friends, always Chennai gets rains through northeast monsoon itself, not through southwest monsoon. Okay, failure of drainage system, and nearly 400 people died in this tragedy. Yes. Then policies and frameworks. Okay, now okay, master plan for artificial recharge of groundwater. Yes, so say artificial recharging of groundwater means कि rooftop water collection कि building के ऊपर जो पानी गिरता है, so that will directly go to underground. Yes, कि construct so this is your house. Okay, so sorry for drawing a thatched house. Yes, okay, and now okay, whatever rain that okay, drops here, collect it okay, through a pipe. Yes, and dig a underground tank here, and let this seep into the ground. Yes, like this. Then Jal Shakti Abhiyan, rainwater harvesting and groundwater recharge. Yes, the scheme for this, and this comes with encouraging to build housing plans with rainwater harvesting. Amrit Sarovar mission to rejuvenate 75 water bodies. Yes, many states are doing that. Kejriwal, Chief Minister of Delhi, also had thought of building water bodies, tanks. इन्होंने बोले जिले जिले दिख जाएंगे. Not bad, a good initiative. Yes. Then Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. Yes. Rainwater harvesting through storms and drains. Then National Disaster Management Plan and Smart Cities Mission. Yes. Conclusion we can say, like apart from key specific ones, the schemes and measures taken for urban flash floods, overall, so when we go for long term, all these schemes, smart cities mission, or might be a national urban renewal mission, Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewal Mission, such schemes, so that has been merged with smart cities now. Such schemes, while planning itself, plan better cities. Yes, likewise. Then coming to next, give your best. 19th, India has a long and troubled border with China and Pakistan, fraught with contentious issues. Examine the conflicting issues, security challenges along the border. Also give out development being undertaken by Border Area Development Program and Border Infrastructure Management Scheme. First, India has a long border fraught with contentious issues. How it is fraught with contentious issues? Examine conflicting issues and challenges. What are the issues and challenges? Then third one, development being undertaken by these two schemes. Yes. Now, India's border policies are based on Panchsheel, that is mutual respect for each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty. And you can draw a diagram here. अगर इंडिया नहीं आए तो माफ कर देना. एक टाइम हुआ कि टीचर सेड कि बच्चों इंडिया मैप ड्रॉ करें, एंड कि टीचर ड्रू इंडिया मैप ऑन द बोर्ड, एंड कि बच्चे बोले सर ये इंडिया है. यस. नाउ कि पाकिस्तान बॉर्डर कि चाइना के बॉर्डर है. यस. नाउ some 3300 kilometers of border here and some 34 kilometers of border here. Yes. This shows we have a long good border there. Nepal hatke Nepal hata denge. Yes. Done. Say after this value addition, this part you can erase. Yes. Done. Alright. Yes. Then how troubled border with China. Said the 2020 Galwan Valley controversy in Aksai Chin. India came up with Atmanirbhar Bharat, banning of 50 apps, flat. Yes. Arunachal Pradesh staple visa. Yes. Arunachal Pradesh again the border issue with China. And the staple visa. Staple visa matlab they give staple visa to Arunachal Pradesh immigrants. Arunachal Pradesh immigrants, saying that yes, so you are our people and you are staying in India through visa. So Chinese visa, essay. That means to show that Arunachal Pradesh is a disputed area. Then 2020 Doklam standoff. Doklam standoff. So China happened to encroach on Bhutan, and we were there as a friend. Yes, friend of Bhutan. Then with Pakistan के साथ we have fought 1965 war and Operation Meghdut. It happened to be here somewhere near Siachen Glacier, in this the topmost place of the world. We fought a battle, Operation Meghdut, and Kargil war again, and frequent violations of ceasefires, shelling, grenading, all those things keep happening between India and Pakistan. Then conflicting issues and challenges, lack of demarcation and fencing, so lack of trust on line of control as well as line of actual control, and there is no proper geographical terrain to draw the fences. Can political clashes showing off at the borders, politicians ने कुछ बोल दिया that will reflect in the borders. Yes, say tomorrow if say Xi Jinping says something, so now Indian soldiers will be ready at the borders. Or if Indian politicians say something, Chinese people come to the borders, all those things will happen. Yes, then it happens once. Our home minister, he went to Kashmir and said कि Kashmir किसी का बाप का नहीं, Kashmir हमारा है. The very next day the border skirmishes happened. Then historical animosity. So yes, we both Pakistan and China have historical that grudge. Then infiltration of terrorists and illegal migrants, that is also a security threat which can snowball into a warfare as well. Counterfeit notes crossing the borders, and drug and human trafficking. Yes, all these conflicts and challenges we can have through this undemarcated or porous borders. Then border infrastructure management scheme, construction of strategic border roads, that means this is of infrastructure, developing integrated checkposts for trade and movement, and daily commutation of the residents at the borders. So it happened to be one story goes like, so there are people who go every day to Myanmar and come back. Yes, in the northeast, so they go for work from India to Myanmar and they come back. So now these people, they lose their livelihood if we demarcate this, and that is why we have given them a residence card, identity card, which is recognized by both India and Myanmar, and these people, they can easily go and come, so there is no harm for them. Yes, so such schemes can be tackled very well through this integrated checkposts. Then border area development program, construction of say schools and health centers, roads in the border areas, and electrification of villages, and also other than these vibrant villages program, so that community of at the borders are taken care of, they are educated and they are trained to be friendly with the military and say border security force people, border guard people, and so that say bon homie, so that can avoid several other skirmishes, and invest Kashmir so that if you develop the border states, if the terrorism, drug peddling will not happen, and overall infrastructure in those states, Atal Tunnel Mission, all those we can mention here. Then next, social media and encrypting messages. Social media and encrypting messages. Messaging service poses serious security challenge. How do they pose a serious security challenge? First demand of the question. Second, what measures have been adopted at various level to address? Suggest any other remedies. What have been adopted? What have to be adopted? Yes. Then WhatsApp, Facebook, etc. have been in the news for data theft. Yes. Best example Cambridge Analytica, Facebook का ही data theft हुआ था. Yes. Facebook से ही हुआ था. Yes. Then security challenges. So encryption makes it difficult to track and trace. Yes. Say even if there is a data breach, so encryption makes difficult for the government to track and trace where is the security breach. Then data reaching antisocial elements, then fraudulent messages and financial frauds that occur because of social media, and say hoax calls disrupting public life. Say friends, whenever your messages are encrypted, so doing a WhatsApp call, sending a WhatsApp message cannot be tracked and traced. कि someone sends a WhatsApp call saying that there is a bomb in Delhi airport, so that creates havoc, so that creates a chaos in the whole region. Such things cannot be so tracked and traced, so because of encryption. And targeted advertisements, so social media hai, social media ki circulating controversial messages, yes, defaming others, controversial messages, defaming others in the social media, yes, all those things can happen because of social media and encrypted messages. And again the challenge comes encryption, very difficult to track and trace. Say if I happen to give an example for encryption, Apple iPhone has huge security setup. It is unable to break open the software unless you have your thumb or eye scanner, face scanner, etc. One terrorist's Apple phone was seized from the spot of some crime. एक टेररिस्ट का एप्पल फोन निकाल के लाए, उसको खोलना नहीं आ रहा है क्योंकि टेररिस्ट का फिंगरप्रिंट हमारे पास थोड़े ना है. कि नाउ the US government approached Apple company saying that I want this to be opened, because I want to take out data from here, I can use it for my intelligence. Apple company said nah. क्यों? Whether he's a terrorist is immaterial, but customer is a customer, I cannot leak his privacy. क्या बोले बात है कि terrorist की privacy क्या पड़ी है? But still, I respect their corporate ethics. Now, say अब करना क्या है? It was brought to India's Gaffer market, इधर दिल्ली में है, and it got opened in half an hour. Yes, that is how India is famous for frugal invention. Yes, great hats off for Gaffer market. Now, security challenges we finished. Measures being adopted. So what are being adopted? Personal Data Protection Act, already we wrote an answer. Then IT Rules 2021 and its amendment 2023. So 2023 amendment included your OTT also into the rules. This comes with appointment of a grievance officer, nodal contact person, so that these persons will be in touch with the government, and so they will manipulate or they will alter the social media as and when the government requires to flag so any controversial message, or might be to ban any account, or might be to stop any message being viral. So all those things can be done by these officers. These officers are not government officers, they are appointed by the internet service provider or the social media service provider. So Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp wale they appoint, ultimately meta hi to hai कि all are one and the same. And now say this people will coordinate with the government. Then cyber cells in every district, we have set up cyber cells so that in case there is any social media fraud, so we can approach the cyber cell immediately, we can call them. Circuit breakers to flag and remove controversial messages going viral, so that as and when any controversial messages goes viral automatically, so it comes with a disclaimer, are you above 18, or it contains some say provocating message, likewise. Then international collaboration like Budapest, say any cross border cyber threat or any cross border social media threat, that should be tackled only through the international collaborations. Yes, likewise. Then other remedies that can be taken, so strong cyber intelligence, we need a separate cyber intelligence wing to take up only such cyber related informations. Then self-regulation and censorship of social media. Friends, on the lines of your movie association like MAMI, Movie Association of Mumbai Industry, I don't know proper full form of that, लेकिन MAMI जैसे एक industry-wide regulation committee is needed, so that say if any one social media service provider is breaching the rules, let the community itself force them to comply. Yes, it is not government's duty, let say the committee, the domain itself force them to comply. So if someone comes with any controversial movie, so MAMI forces them. If any star comes up with any controversial message, MAMI so imposes sanctions. Likewise, self-regulation is needed. Then balanced encryption standards. Balanced encryption standards matlab encryption should be done, but at the same time there should be a limit. As I said, Apple जैसे strong security password ताकि terrorists are safe enough and publics are vulnerable. okay, that should not happen. Yes, okay, so the encryption should be in such a way that okay, we can have interceptions whenever necessary. Okay, whenever we need interceptions, we can do it. At the same time, it is encrypted and it is protected most of the times. Then give frequent audit and security standards. Okay, audit of security standards. Okay, how social media security is maintained. Okay, we have to audit them frequently. Yes. Then conclusion: improve overall cyber infrastructure like Computer Emergency Response Team, I4C, Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center. All these things. Okay, come up with say new encryption technologies. Like friends, now most of the software platforms have become open sourced. Yes, crowdsourcing. Why? Because so crowdsourcing, so like anybody can suggest the encryption methodology, anybody can suggest the security initiative. Say for example DigiLocker. Okay, what is the use of outsourcing DigiLocker? Okay, so now anybody can suggest the DigiLocker operator saying that कि ये security measures लगाओ कि अच्छा लगेगा. So now he will adopt that and he will make it more secure. Yes, कि outsourcing DigiLocker doesn't mean that you are putting all the data into crowd, into the public domain. Never. Okay, so you are putting the platform's code, the coding Python, Java जिसमें लिखा है, that code is being put to the public domain and public will see that and they will suggest कि change this thing in Java, change this thing in Python. Yes, likewise. So these are some of the answers. Okay, I don't know to what extent they are perfect. There is no perfect answer. Okay, but still I tried my best to add value additions to balance between a fictitious answer and a very surfacial answer. What is a surfacial answer? कि ऊपर ऊपर ही what we said, what are the challenges? हाँ, there is risk. हाँ, there is a challenge. हाँ, there is a theft. So that surfacial के answer हवा में उड़ रहा है, वो भी नहीं होना है. And let it not be very ratified answer. Every clause के लिए fact है, so which is impossible to be written. I have struck a balance between how to write a practical answer with some amount of facts, 2 to 3 facts per answer. At the same time, we have to make sure the answers are not going surfacial. Yes, using of keywords or examples, whatever we know. Yes, so such answers will be actually rewarded by UPSC, and as per my experience of UPSC, evaluation will be very predictable. If you know that the paper didn't go well, yes, it doesn't, and that should be the way you predict. आप ऐसा नहीं बोलना कि I have written such a way that पूरा हिंदुस्तान हिल जाएगा and the marks we get is 20 out of 250. नहीं. Yes, so practice regularly and make sure write answers and so evaluate on daily basis and keep giving tests. Improve your answer writing ability. Don't cultivate ready-made answers. Cultivate so ability to write varied answers. Yes, even if you are having a sound sleep, I wake you up and give you a paper, you should be such a like, so you will say write the paper instantly and take some 100 out of 250. Yes, that instant may you see the question points start generating in your brain. So such ability rules the roost. Yes, all the best from my side. Good luck, friends.